And while it may be a hot one, this year's Open Streets Hamilton was still in full swing. The event temporarily closed part of King Street, transforming the typically busy thoroughfare into a lively, pedestrian-friendly place. Roger Collins was down there today and even went for a little spin on a bike. Roger?
Adam, whether you walk or cycle, Open Streets Hamilton is a great way to slow your roll and really take in the community. From Gage Avenue to John Street, the roadway was filled with live music, community hubs, and a little something for everyone. From Gage Avenue all the way to John Street, Hamilton's King Street corridor was closed to vehicular traffic between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. today as part of Open Streets Hamilton, an event aimed at bringing people together and slowing down the pace on what is usually one of the busiest roadways in town.
You call it pedestrianization or using it for cycling specifically. It allows people to see their communities in a different way. When you get people looking locally, they look at their local restaurants, they look at their local bakeries, they look at their local craft stores or even other businesses, and they get to know their neighbors generally better than where they're looking in a car. Where's the best place I could go to? I gotta go to Toronto.
And that local community feel was everywhere. Family, friends, live music, all enjoying a street that's usually clogged with traffic.
Driving in cities typically sucks, right? As populations grow, you only have so many spaces for roads, right? And that will never go away. But if you encourage other forms of transportation, so specifically cycling that we're talking about, but even use of the public transportation, if you get that, it's one less car occupying a parking spot, it's one less car occupying the lane, it's one less car that can cause a car accident.
Of course, the sun was also doing its part to turn the heat on the day, and nowhere was it hotter than in front of the pizza oven, where Matthew Rolfe of Hot Box Pizza was slinging pies in 30-degree weather.
My pizzas are all about 80% hydration. We make them all in-house. Our pizza is Venetian pepperoni with a nice Saputo cheese, homemade sauce, and our cheese pizza is a triple blend cheese. It's provolone, mozzarella, and bocconcini, and that's about it.
And one last thing, I see you have a temperature reader here.
Yeah.
Really curious, how hot is it?
Give me one sec. I'm at 426.
And as Hamilton enters its heat wave, a reminder from St. John's Ambulance.
Stay hydrated, make sure you get into the shade. Don't spend too long outside. If you're someone with any respiratory conditions, stuff like that, make sure you're not out too long in the sun. It's gonna be a killer these next couple days.
Luckily, we scored a way to beat the heat thanks to Lorraine Chapman, a volunteer with Cycling Without Age Hamilton Burlington, who was ferrying people up and down the street all day.
The funnest volunteer work you'll ever do. We have 90 volunteers who have been trained on the bike and on road safety and on our trails, and we just love to ride people and they love to ride with us.
The heat was also on this morning at Ferguson Station, where Village Pride was on full display.
I haven't even moved yet and I'm already sweating, so that tells you how hot it is. And this is Village Pride. It's part of Open Streets Hamilton. This is our second year now. And basically what it is we take over Ferguson Station for 4 hours and make it as gay as possible to make sure that we don't forget it's Pride season.
A day of sun, smiles, and streets filled with people, rather than cars. Fun, but hot. Any event, if you missed today's Open Streets, don't fret. There will be another one you can check out later this year. That takes place on September 28th, and hopefully it'll be a little bit cooler.